It really all started with a series of phone calls from Brian Lane, our manager at Sun Arts. John Anderson had called him and subsequently met with him to discuss the possibilities of putting himself, Bill, Steve and myself back together again, making music. And Brian did the necessary phone calls, and I think that the timing for all of us was pretty perfect. We'd all been affected one way or another by the 80s, and whilst welcoming all the technology that had come through, I think the music of the 80s in general has left a lot to be desired. I think in our own ways we all longed to sort of put music a bit back on course, and whilst winning mini battles individually, together felt that we could be a pretty invincible army. I can recall pretty vividly my first meeting with the classic Yes, as it was called. Bill Bruford, Steve Howard, John Anderson and Chris Squire then. Actually, it was a rehearsal over a brothel in Mayfair. I think there was more noise coming from upstairs than there was from where we were rehearsing. Anyway, that was way back in 1971. I can remember really strongly how musically futuristic and demanding the band was then, and it's a fact that Bill, Steve and John have certainly not compromised their ideals in 1989, which is just as well, because nor for that matter have I. It might sound a bit corny, but the reason for the album is purely because the music was there to be heard and played. There's no doubt in my mind that I don't think any other group of musicians could really have put this together. I think it's the experience over the last 20 years, both individually and formally with Yes, that's helped us to do this. For me, it's very much like the fragile close to the edge era all over again. In fact, this album is probably the closest thing to a modern technology close to the edge that you could wish for. The three tracks are Brother of Mine, Birthright and Order of the Universe. The meanings are very much in mind of the beholder, although to us they're very personal. To me, the album is about principles, human rights, human successes and failures, the future, the unknown and the unattainable. This is where music can score really heavily, especially with John's lyrics, because music can reach all of these things for me where the spoken word on its own can't. John for me is working towards a musical and lyrical peak, and it's a fact that when he starts climbing, it's a pleasure to be part of the team, such as Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman and Howe, and I'm sure we all feel exactly the same. It has been said that age matures. Well, it certainly matures musically, because hearing Bill play again and Steve play again brought back tremendous memories, and there's no doubt that the things that they've been up to over the last 10 years have pushed them even further ahead. I just hope they feel the same about me. Performing-wise, it seems we're likely to be busy. The USA, in Europe, and then the rest of the world. Good grief, is there no end to Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman and Howe?